All right, welcome to the Red Wheelbarrow for a reading by Mick Raubenheimer, who's a poet and arts journalist. We're really looking forward to hearing his work tonight, and I hope that you will stick around for the open mic at the end of the session and that you'll enjoy. Feel free to use the chat if you love a poem. And yeah, let's just soak in the poetry. Over to you, Mick.
Thank you so much, Melissa. And I also want to say thank you so much, Jacques, for the invite. I'm really happy to be in the red wheelbarrow, as it were. I'm not going to do much of an introduction. I'm a writer who adores the possibilities and impossibilities of language. I'm a teeny bit of a cinephile, and I love adventurous musics. I will be reading from my debut collection of poetry called Sung, Ink in Love and Lust. Right, here we go. The first poem is called Mick in Druk. Mick in Druk. And the silent weight ocean, its strange flesh like water, sliding along its particles to soft cleave, quiet shape, the dead mass of continents. Above, in geometric flight from the sun, a moon conducts her tides, her swells. Birds scattered along the big air, their wings beat by the intelligence of flight. Poem. It's in how you undress them that words reveal their scent. Craning time. Outside, a Jurassic breeze updates floric lawns, while we perpetuate the ceremony of skin. Inhale. The very air is swelling as you coy approach, talented, naked you. Alchemy. Using my most exotic selection of fonts and brushes, I carefully make her mouth a poem. Tender trap. Do not, sweet child, complain of sky's shivery blue, nor the blushing green of grass. The spider gently torn from rock, spindly, elegant, venomant, nor snake's gasp of flight. The well of dark blues oceanic, nor the drug of sight. Cry not, sweet one, of flashing swirls of light, autumnal whiff of dying leaves, nor starred plunge of night. Weep not, dear child, all is aglow. Crimson honeyed blood pulsates alike with sun and moons brightly low. Body song. I'd always known that the body was holy and fuck its sacred verse, but this was vague, an inner abstraction, echo along cranial skies, until you arrived, collected it in your perfect song. Synesthetic. I was reading The Ecstatic Jungle the other day. Couldn't finish it. Too many of the words smelt of you. Be back. Golden silence. I sat atop her smile like a brief god taken flight. The air of her skin. There were clouds moving there, borne along my paths, and seeming everywhere on this canvas, new smiles, new lips begging to smile. Dizzying distances of lips blooming into skin and moving into coy corners, the little hunts. And then the one contour, the one skin existing only to be found and moved into hidden blush, hidden baring of ecstatic teeth, hidden begging beautiful flesh like waves to crash towards silence. In passing, in the same way that certain birds still have that stirred look, as if they've been caught in the act of shedding, of sliding out of greater reptilian terror into avian skies. The cold brutality concentrated in diminutive eyes, the bloodless twitch only wreathed in a flurry of color and feathered grace. Meta me. My ink is my outline, cast by the sun of me. I. The soul is the poetic of the body reflexive. Insertion. I inserted my poem deeply into her via supple left clavicle. It sputtered quietly and flicked its tail. A papyrus fish aiming straight for the nape of her heart. I climb out of your air. Freshly kissed and fondled, nicked and coated by a dozen bold poisons, welts and contusions and bright flame. My dharma glows with itchy and flushed rebirth, a phoenix of littler deaths. As I emerge still drunk and dazzled from our concentrate season of violent, brash discoveries, leaping too hungrily, gasp of blind faith, over cliffs and into strange trees, humming with dangers and delights, and tumbled and rolled and tickled and squirmed and thrust and snortle howled like children born of incurable laughter. I scratch quickly here, inspect amorous swellings there, the generous snarls of your fingers, and patiently, unbearably swell with new futures, impossible thirsts. White Boy Day. Let us take this pale infant, already struggling so with this trick called breath, faint heart bare, training its rhythms, crumpled pink of fists weakly clenching and unclenching. Let us take this weak mammal, yes, and wrap its weakness in cities and vast machineries and undulating technology and thermoregulated blankets, lest it learn to grow strong and healthy and hungry embrace the hulking splendor of this too wild cosmos. Yes, let's. Sacral view. Love may be blind, but orgasms have eyes all over the show, blinking wetly and hungrily, all simultaneous and very loud, painting the air with sound. The fusion of scent and sound. At play with words in the Garden of Eden. Look here, evenings dawn like a wild romance of silence. Look, the giant age of elephant skin, towers of legs caressed with 1,000 frowns, elephants like unborn trees in this myth of forest. Our laughable syntax conceived in the tall, desperate copulation of the first genders. Somewhere new contours rise in their groans, the beautiful moans like beautiful unknown pain. Here in the bright, gleaming thrashes of skin, of blood, sprang free the first words, the dark fusion of scent and sound that became the original names. And in the first sighs covering these first bodies, lain in the green and browns of an intimate earth, and in that pieced sweat was born the idea of love like a glimpse of life, that secretest thing. And millennia would pass in our figment of linear time. But in the warm excitement of those lines and shades that occupied Eve's eyes, as they rested on his glow, somehow all the profound scope of time and space lay there, contained and owned. Somehow all of time could be at once disarmed, owned by any perspective, glance, indeed in the confines of any one freed moment, infinity rests. Emancipation from the linear, aesthetics. Angels terrestrial. Earthly angels, those wearing corpus and moving in the midst of women and men, are to be found wherever humans are richly toiling, and the scales of death and life rotate at their highest pitch. Many a paramedic is an angel, come to lean over and inhale your last breath and record the last name or curse dribbling out the oracular void of your ex-mouth. Many teachers are angels in gaudy, poorly perfumed disguise, sitting in foundation phase classrooms, dizzy with the broken liquid vectors of young manlets and womanlings. Their ancient eyes from behind young lenses measure the little one's strides, seeking out those already showing the glow of innate giftedness or malice, its twisted sibling. Not many a professor throughout human history has been Angelicus disguised in flesh. The pale ruminations of human minds irritate the sons and daughters of light, Though I have heard tell, the occasional seraph does find the happy twinkling of artists charming, if not merely diverting. Recipe for evolution. Sky in the eye, blood in the mouth. Meta pi. And but so we sit, unrealized melodies, foreign drums, tucked in our pretty deception of space-time, its huge colors, its immediate striding patterns, clouds, trees, elephants' moist brown eyes, the elegant mystery of the winds tugging at blades of grass. This incredible mathematical beauty through cellular consciousness. And but so we sit, awing at the day of the sun, unaware of a different mathematics unpronounceable like God, risen through our very tongues, arching the day and space secret everything, the eternal equation. Listen. Beetle. It traversed mysterious cascades of sky blue to reach you, sat on your knee, fawning its coppery wings, faintest clicker. God lives in trees. God lives in impossible skies, in children's scampering laughter, and in the fond glow of pregnant women. God lives in churning seas, and behind blind gulfs of star, and in the snail slow working its way along that leaf. God lives in the mysterious fronds of orgasm, and in hot, stinging tears, and the passionate intensity of lovers' eyes. But mostly, and most fondly, God lives in trees. Her potion. It is not so much a scent as a presence, a strangulation which satanically abrupts, redirects freshly tumescent blood. And then I'll end off with a poem entitled Femme. And all around were these women, these beings drawn in lazy lines of curve and bloom, who move through space, tugging mysteriously at color and scent, the gravity of beauty. That's it. Thank you so much.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Mick. Can we all unmute and clap?
Thank you so much.
That was absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you so much. I just want to mention the volume Sung, Ink in Love and Lust is available through blazevox.org. That's BLAZEVOX. wheelbarrow.org, as well as through Amazon. Thank you so much, Jacques, for the invite, and Red Wheelbarrow, it was lovely to be here.
Thank you.